Guys, Token Vaping, employed with Pacific Vapes. Today's flavor review is by a company called DV8. That's DV and then the number 8. Um, they are based out of Costa Mesa, California, and this is one of those companies that basically they do have a website. It's dv8vape.com. On there, it does have information about the company, a little bit about the flavors, the profiles, and everything else like that. However, they don't do direct sales off the website. It's more just an informational site page for their juice line. You can email them, but they do basically sell to or supply shops, and then you basically purchase off either the website or from the shop directly by going into their brick and mortar stores. So they definitely do a lot of support that way for local vape stores to help keep them in business and help keep their company going as well. So it's kind of a win-win for everybody. So if you are curious about the price, as I stated, it's not on their website directly, but you can find out, either just email them directly or just check out your local stores and see if that they already carry the line. If you've already sampled this line before, then you already have a heads up on what I'm about to say. If you haven't had a chance to try them yet, just let your shop reach out to them and have them try to get some samples in for you to try. They do offer two size bottles, the 30 ml bottles, which are these, and then a 120 ml bottle. It is an 80-20 mix, and they offer 4 nicotine levels, a 0, a 3, a 6, and a 12. So they definitely give you a decent sized range in there. Now, the bottles themselves are glass bottles. They do come plastic wrapped. There is a safety seal on them. So again, if you do order these, instead of purchase them in a store, or even if you purchase them in a shop, always check the seal. If there is a plastic seal on it, make sure that it hasn't been tampered with. If it has, do not vape it. For safety and health reasons, just let the shop know, let the company know. They will go ahead and figure out how to take care of that for you. Now, it is a clear glass bottle, child safety cap. Like I said, there is a plastic safety seal. On the bottle, they have the flavor profile, which is actually kind of cool. So, I mean, you don't have to go looking it up or trying to remember what it was or going off the name and everything else like that. They do provide the flavor profile here, as well as the hashtag for that flavor. So for all of you on Instagram, if you do have the honor of trying these, throw them a hashtag. Definitely just show the respect back for them. It does have the ingredients right underneath, and then on the bottom it has their information, their phone number, their email address, which is sales@dv8vape.com, and then their website. On the back side over here, it basically has a warning labeled there, has made in America, nicotine levels, bottle size, company name, and then the name of the flavor. So very informative label as well. So they're basically trying to make sure that you know everything that there is to know about the flavor itself and the company as far as what they put into it on there. Now, there are 3 flavors in this line at the moment. There's Dunker, which you can kind of guess already just off the name, Mornin Fix, and Can Do Yogurt. Now, as I stated, it is an 80-20 mix. I will show you the Cloud Vape as well on that. All 3 flavors are pretty much on point. They definitely are what they're supposed to be. Now, the one thing that I thought was interesting about this is their Mornin Fix. The Mornin Fix flavor is basically an Irish cream coffee with cream after you put cream in it. So if you've ever had, if you go to the Starbucks, coffee shop, wherever, and you get coffee, even if you make it at home and you have like a Keurig or something like that, if you make yourself Irish cream coffee, there's some that's already pre-creamed, so it already has all the flavoring that it needs in that. If you make it yourself or have it made and then they add the cream, type thing like that, I'm not a coffee person at all. I've tried it before. I do not like it. I don't like flavored coffee. I don't like regular coffee. I don't like the lattes, frappuccinos, anything like that. I'm not a coffee fan. which is why I'm kind of surprised that I like Morning Fix. I'm not going to say that it's something that I would vape regularly. However, I was really amazed at how much of a coffee flavor they were able to emulate in a vaping juice. Especially if, for those of you who vape at a higher power setting, whether it's temp control or wattage, it definitely with the warmer vape on it, it definitely tastes like a hot cup of Irish coffee. Um, I was very impressed with it. Not so much because I was able to vape it comfortably, but more so because, in my opinion, coffee is, especially flavored coffees, does not seem like an easy flavor to copy. So to be able to make a flavor like that to where when you vape it, it instantly tastes like a cup of Irish cream coffee. My hat's off for that. That's impressive in itself. So it definitely shows the dedication and the level of quality that they're trying to put into their juice line. Um, can do yogurt. Now, just because I drink Mountain Dew, the first second I saw Dew, I instantly thought it was supposed to be some kind of like a copy of that maybe, or a soda type flavor. I was very wrong. It is a combination of cantaloupe, honeydew, and watermelon. Basically, just three of the more popular melons, with a little bit of yogurt thrown into that for the creaminess texture of that. Um, the only thing that I got out of that I would say might be a downfall for some people is that I had trouble tasting the watermelon. The cantaloupe and honeydew, absolutely, I do like both of those melons as well as watermelon, so I do know what the taste is supposed to be. Um, that is definitely there. First inhale is definitely cantaloupe. The honeydew kind of kicks in at different points. Different times that I vaped on it, I picked it up quicker in some, not as quick in others. So, and that's not to say that it tasted bad. It just because of, I believe, just how well they mix everything together. It just depends on your particular that moment when you're vaping it, as far as to how quickly or not quickly you may pick it up. The watermelon was just the only flavor that the part of it that I had trouble picking up. I did get it some of the vapes on the tail end of it, right after the yogurt creaminess basically kicked in, but I didn't get it consistently enough to say that, for sure that it's gonna have all three flavors in the entire vape, every vape. Now, again, as I stated in my other videos, my opinion and my reaction to the different flavors is just that. They're my opinion. It is not law. It is not the final say. Everybody's taste palette is different, so everybody's preference is going to be different. Now, somebody else may pick it up every single time on the watermelon. I myself just was not able to. Not a bad thing. Just for me, it was just a little, it would be about the only negative thing I could say about that. Now, my favorite out of the three, and I'm not a huge sweet person, so this was kind of surprising, is the dunker, which basically is a mixture of custards, creams, and a glazed donut. I've had glazed, regular, just plain glazed donuts before. It's very hard to tell the difference. Um, they are able to basically get that doughy donut taste, and then on top of that get the sugary sweetness of the glaze without it being too sweet. Now, for me, if I have too much of something that has, whether it's more than one donut, or too big of a slice of cheesecake or something like that, like other people, it kind of makes my teeth hurt. Um, but to get that flavor of the glaze with the dough, and to make it to where it's not super sweet in your face, but just enough that you get that donut taste. Again, hats off to that. These three flavors from DV8, while they're not I'm not going to say, with the exception of Morning Fix, because I haven't seen a whole lot of coffee flavors. But you know, the donut, there are a few out there that are just that can be compared just as good. There are melon flavors out there as well. So those two flavors aren't good. I'm not going to say are completely unique, whereas the Morning Fix is. But DV8 definitely has done the homework, the research, the the effort, going above and beyond to ensure that the three flavors that they are offering you are as dead on flavor wise as are, to compensate for a higher VG mix, so that you still get abundant clouds, but still get strong enough flavor that you don't feel like you're missing out on either one. So in that sense, absolutely, most definitely, just a very, very solid, well put together three flavor line. So I'm going to go ahead and for the video and show you the clouds on the Dunker, which, as I said, this is the one that I've been kind of leaning on out of these three. So do a gravity drip just to show you the thickness of the liquid. Then speed it up a little bit just for the sake of the video. Now, as always, I am vaping at 60 watts. And just to show you the clouds, this is the Dunker by DV8 Premium Liquids. Yep. Dough all the way through, and you get that glaze. Real quick before I forget, and I do apologize, I usually try to say it first. My wicking cotton is the Texas Tough by USA_Vape Mama. It's definitely not a pansy ass cotton ball. It's solid, high quality cotton. Holds flavor very, very well. So if you have a chance, check out her Instagram page. Clouds are definitely abundant for this, as you could tell. Flavor is massively on point, absolutely. First hit of that is definitely all donut. The tail end of it, and what's cool is, at least for me, is every time I vape, I have to do the little licking thing. That's where, for me, I pick up that extra little bit of a glaze hit. So it definitely pretty much copies how it feels to actually eat an actual glazed donut, which I thought was really, really cool. Amazing flavor on all three of them. Very solid, very abundant, but does not short you with the clouds. Being an 80/20, the clouds are definitely going to be there for cloud chasers. I'll just do one more for the sake of doing it. Definitely solid clouds. Great clouds. Flavor is just amazing. Again, DV8 Premium Liquids, thank you so much for the honor and privilege of being able to sample this line for a review on this. Great flavors, amazing clouds. You guys, just a great job on this line. Reach out to them. They're on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. They also have an email address, and if you're in the Costa Mesa area, you know, always hit them up, email them, find out what shops in that area. Go in and definitely give it a try. If not, and your shop doesn't carry them, have them reach out to DV8 and see about getting samples so that they can share it with the rest of the vaping community. Guys, as always, tokenvaping@gmail.com. Subscribe on my YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, my Facebook, Pinterest. Hit me up, any type of questions, comments, concerns, anything that I can do to help enhance or better your vaping experience. That's all I want to do with this. That's all it should be about, is just a better alternative, and just making this as enjoyable and fulfilling experience to the best that we can. So anything out there that you guys want to know about, hit me up, let me know. I will reach out to those companies, see what I can do, and see what I can find out for you guys. Until next time, vape on, vape strong, guys. Have a good night.